Wiring a lap pool in a basement requires careful adherence to electrical codes to ensure safety. Let's review the critical aspects of this installation. Firstly, the bonding grid. A bonding grid is required under and around the pool, extending 3 feet to all sides. This requirement applies even if you use non-conductive flooring. The purpose of the bonding grid is to create an equipotential plane, minimizing the risk of electric shock. The grid should be constructed of solid bare copper wire, no smaller than number 8 AWG. This wire must be buried within the concrete floor. Importantly, it is not necessary to demolish the existing concrete floor and re-pour it. Instead, you can create a trench to accommodate the bonding grid and then cover it with a layer of concrete. Secondly, the electrical panel distance. The electrical codes typically mandate that electrical wiring not associated with the pool be kept at least 10 feet away from the pool's edge. If the existing electrical panel is closer than 10 feet, there are ways to achieve compliance. A permanent wall or a closet built around the panel can serve as a barrier, effectively extending the distance and meeting the 10-foot requirement. However, to ensure safety, the closet door must be self-closing and latching. This prevents accidental access to the electrical panel while the pool is in use. If the door is left open, the barrier is essentially removed and the 10-foot rule is violated. Thirdly, overhead wires. Any overhead wires located within 10 feet of the pool must be relocated. This includes not only electrical wiring but also telephone lines and cable television cables. Relocating these wires ensures that there is no risk of contact with the pool or anyone in or around it, which could lead to a dangerous electrical shock. Finally, lighting. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, has specific requirements for lighting near pools, which have evolved over time. The 2005 NEC did not allow recessed lights to be mounted lower than 7 feet 6 inches above the water level. However, the 2017 NEC provides more flexibility, permitting recessed lights to be mounted as low as 5 feet above the water level, provided they are GFCI protected. Despite these changes in the NEC, it is crucial to verify local building codes. Some local jurisdictions may still adhere to the older requirement of 7 feet 6 inches. Therefore, always consult with the local building inspector to ensure compliance with the specific regulations in your area. It is also important to consider GFCI protection for all electrical circuits serving the pool area. GFCI, or ground fault circuit interrupters, are designed to quickly detect and interrupt any electrical leakage to ground, which can prevent serious electrical shocks. GFCI protection is typically required for all outlets, lighting, and equipment within a certain distance of the pool. When installing the bonding grid, ensure that all connections are properly made and that the grid is effectively grounded. This is essential for the grid to function correctly and provide the necessary level of protection. Inspect the bonding grid and its connections periodically to ensure they remain in good condition. If any damage or corrosion is detected, make the necessary repairs immediately. When building a permanent wall or closet around the electrical panel, ensure that it is constructed of durable, non-conductive materials. The wall or closet should be securely attached to the floor and ceiling and should be designed to withstand any potential impacts. The self-closing and latching door is a critical safety feature that should be regularly inspected to ensure it is functioning correctly. When relocating overhead wires, be sure to follow all applicable electrical codes and safety regulations. Use qualified electricians to perform this work, as it involves handling potentially dangerous electrical wiring. Ensure that the relocated wires are properly insulated and protected from the elements. When installing lighting fixtures near the pool, carefully consider the type of fixtures used and their suitability for a wet environment. Use fixtures that are specifically designed for use near pools and that are rated for the appropriate level of moisture exposure. Ensure that all lighting fixtures are properly grounded and that all wiring connections are securely made. In summary, wiring a lap pool in a basement requires meticulous attention to detail and strict adherence to electrical codes. By following these guidelines and consulting with qualified professionals, you can ensure a safe and code-compliant installation. Remember to always prioritize safety when working with electricity, and never hesitate to seek expert advice if you have any questions or concerns.